Hello, Pisces and Pisces Rising. Welcome to your June 2016 reading. I hope that everybody had a really, hopefully productive retrograde cycle. It's never fun to go through, but a lot of times it's a great opportunity to release. For this month, your channeled information is a fun word, actually. Occasionally that happens. Celebrate. And it's not just about having a party, although that's okay. What I got with celebrate was to celebrate the little victories, all the positive steps you've made to get to where you're at. And so it doesn't mean necessarily spending a lot of money, but it means just be grateful and find a way to recognize and celebrate those successes in your life. You worked really hard for those, and it will help give you a little bit of encouragement and energy to get to the next stage. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what the cards have in addition to that to sort of give for you this month. Just a reminder that the solstice is on the 20th, which is going to provide a nice shift of energy, hopefully, so for those of you, especially in the northern hemisphere, new connection to solar energy. So that's going to hopefully help your overall mood, and we'll see if the cards indicate a similar message. I also want to take a look at your Catalyst card coming up next. Catalyst, of course, being what ties together everything for this month. And then after that, those of you who follow me monthly know that I also go into health, wealth, love, and destiny. Okay, so this card has come up for quite a few signs this month. It's about opportunities that are going to present themselves for a short time only, gateways. Now, there's also a second part of this, which is it may be up to you to open up opportunities for others. And I also feel that through the act of a small celebration, you could meet perhaps an important contact. So if, for instance, you have a birthday party, a work gathering, a family reunion, something that's pulling you, and even if you don't want to go and celebrate whatever the general theme is for that event, because while you're having fun, while you're just kind of letting go of trying to control everything, something great could happen. So I really think it's a great month for social engagements overall for you. When we look at the center cup, we have King of Cups in reverse. This is sometimes a card that comes through when there's frustration over love, and it can also just indicate emotional ups and downs, and it's crossed by the King of Swords. So some of you may literally have two people in your life that you're trying to decide between, like an air sign and a water sign. Others of you could be sort of battling with your own sort of need to communicate. It could be a sort of a battle between it's mind over heart in this case. So literally your heart wants you to do something else, but practically speaking, you know you have to try and go in a different space. With the crowning card being Justice, Justice reversed to be specific, what that's telling me is for some of you, walking away from a situation or a loved one, because this often indicates a breakup, a divorce, a separation, an estrangement, or somehow a change or a shift away from an individual or something. So if that's the case for you, know that you look like you've weighed out the alternatives. Justice usually doesn't act out of turn, and I feel like it's time to do this. For many of you, this has to do about regaining your own power back, but it also is about rebuilding a sense of financial security and also being able to open up your heart a little bit more. That's one thing you need to work on this month, many of you. For those of you that feel really secure in your sort of love situations, you're not feeling different types of relationship stress or people coming into your life, what this is saying is that there's going to be a chance for you to move forward, because Justice in reverse usually it means breaking away, but it can also mean coming to a decision. And with the King of Swords here, this is an action card. So the third week of the month, corresponding to the solstice energy, is a great time for making a physical move if you're thinking about doing that, taking a trip overseas, or at least to another state or country. It's basically expanding your horizons. For those of you that are doing business on a global scale, it's a great time to launch a product. It's a great time to announce something new, maybe a new album if you're a musician, a new book if you're a writer, or just to expand your horizons. I see you going from a place of sort of being more constrained to broadcasting your message, your thoughts, or your physical body to another place. Towards the beginning of the month, around the 1st to the 8th, we see the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is, and in the reverse mode, it's really showing that you might have some unfinished business with someone from the past. It could be an ex-lover. It could also be a family member. And again, this could be the person with whom you need to make a clearer break. If that happens, just go with it. That's what the energy is sort of encouraging you to do. This is a month when many of you could find yourself traveling or needing to find a new place to live, new shelter, because the Fool is sort of the vagabond card. So this might be your chance to think about, again, should I go somewhere? Am I happy with where I'm at? If you are, then it's more about travel. If you aren't, then it's about moving. Again, moving to a new job or to a new physical situation. So new house, new apartment. What I see in the periphery is you may be frustrated at the lack of overall opportunity and progress going on. For those of you in a sort of a work situation, this usually means not having the opportunities that you're seeking, that everything is sort of quiet, that things are not progressing to the degree that you'd like them to. For many of you, this also says, if you haven't taken a vacation, just enjoy the rest, enjoy the downtime, because we have ebbs and flows of sort of busy times and not so busy times in our lives. And when these relaxing times come through, we should take advantage of that. We should recharge. So if you haven't already reached that, it could be right around the corner. And my message is just go with it and enjoy it, because what I see is you are very much aware of the long-term sort of trajectory of where you want to go. So what I would focus on doing over the next 2 to 3 months, it's not just in this month, but I'm saying over the next quarter, year, this is your chance to look at where you want to go so that you can start to conjure up and pull in the opportunities and the energy and the sort of events that you're going to need to get there. So it's all about foresight, planning, dreaming. And the Two of Wands often has someone looking at a crystal ball or gazing at the world. And that's why I see the universe here. I think your desire is to go much further, much bigger, much wider than you have right now in your current situation. A lot of times this world card, or the universe here, it's even bigger, comes through when someone needs to, again, publish their message. It could be something like this, like YouTube. It can be writing. It can be Skyping, but somehow connecting themselves and going further than they're currently able to do. So think of ways that you might be able to reach new people, reach new customers, perhaps if you're a business. And this is a very fruitful time to start to lay down that groundwork, because with the Two of Wands, it's all about the planning. Let's take a look at your extended forecast, and we'll pull in some additional information about how all of this ties together. For your overall health opportunities this month, actually, it's this card that wants to come down. We have control. And so this is about, and it's reversed, so I'll actually read it as a reverse card, but it's about recognizing patterns in your life. This could be patterns of addiction, patterns that are actually leading you to positive place, like exercise, and either sticking with them, or if they're negative patterns, to remove them, to pull them in, to rein them in. This is, I believe it's Athena in this card here. So it's about doing the research, following your mind, knowing that that's really practical, I think, is what's going to bring you to the right space. And it's very much the theme of what we saw here with mind over heart. Sometimes you have to make that difficult break. And so now as we look at the extended forecast, I realize that for many of you, that means maybe giving up smoking, maybe giving up drinking, cigarettes, sugar, something in your life that's a vice. Let's take a look now at what's coming through for wealth opportunities this month. Wealth, of course, also including just wealth of options. It doesn't have to be money, but it's how you could get ahead with your career, or, and I do see change, which is what we saw here, with your career, with your life. So it was change reversed, just like we have the world reversed, and just like we have justice reversed. What does the reversal mean? It means that some of you are resisting the need to change what's going on in your life. It's not what you want, and possibly the change is something you're not completely ready for. but it does look like it's beneficial for you, and it is going to bring in new wealth opportunities. So I would encourage that change. When we look at love, we came through with a confirmation card, and it's reversed. Lots of reversals this month, which is again, I believe this has to do again with the King of Swords and the King of Cups, and also with that control card. But for some of you, if it's not a vice that you're walking away from, it's a relationship. And if you needed confirmation that it's time, then this is clearly that. If you are sort of very tied to the success of staying in the relationship, Ganesh is all about removing obstacles. So the first thing that came to mind with this is you might need to seek out the help of a teacher, of a therapist, of a friend, and allow them to help mediate with that situation if you decide to keep going through it. And if so, that's one of the ascended masters or gods that you could work with is Ganesh. Finally, let's look at what your final outcome is here, your destiny, where you're headed right now. Mostly for this month, but sometimes this stretches further. So we have an altruistic card here, Prometheus. It's an interesting choice for altruism. What I would say for this is trying to find the best in any situation and decision that you can. Thinking at the absolute highest, and then of course being of service this month, whether that's through volunteer work, donation, or just prayer, because prayer is a type of offering. And also just in meditation, if you give gratitude and hope the best for others, however you want to define prayer. But the more you do for others, the more opportunities that will come your way. Makes sense. But it's definitely a good month for service, and I think it will help through some of the challenges that you might be experiencing. Okay, so let's quickly review all that we covered here. It was quite a bit. First message was that of celebration. Celebrate the opportunities, celebrate how far you've come. And if you decide to make a break in your life, celebrate the strength that it took to come to that decision and the opportunities that it's going to bring you. So what I saw again is an internal struggle going on between something that your mind knows that you should do, but your heart's not ready to do. It involves sacrifice or stepping away from something. I actually didn't mention the Chariot earlier, and that is about taking control over the situation. That's in the deep past. So this is something that you've thought about for quite some time, and it is about you owning it, and it's not about someone taking you there. You have to be the one that flips the switch here in this case. There is an opportunity to make a clearer break from the past. Someone who you broke up with or maybe had an argument with in the past could come back, or there could be, again, this is about habits and cycles. So if there's something that's habitual that's not serving you, if there's a full stop right here, the circuit breaks, and then you start to rebuild. And then many of you, there's an opportunity to move physically to a new house, to a new job, etc. Between now and then, there may be a period of time where you don't feel like a lot's happening. Take advantage of that time to rest. The latter part of the month is really about planning for the next couple of years and thinking about how you want to stretch your message, your mind actually as well, into new directions. And then as we go through your extended forecast, gateways being the key this month. So you have a few opportunities to make changes that are going to open up new opportunities. Celebrations can also be the gateway to meeting new people, which is key if you want to get out of a job situation or find somewhere new to live, etc. Control being a very key theme for you. You are the only one that can make changes and decisions in your life. Change, seeing that it may be time to separate, divorce, or move. Major change coming through. Confirmation that it's worth that. And if you're not ready, then to seek some help and some support in making a decision to stay or to go. Finally, your sort of key to opening things up. It's not your catalyst, but it may as well be. It's through altruistic demonstrations of your own sort of goodwill that's going to help open up new things for you. So again, volunteer work, donations, prayer, meditation, anything where you give and don't expect anything in return. Okay, so that's everything this month. I hope it was helpful. If you would ever like more of a personal one-on-one reading, I do offer those. I'll put a link in the corner here, and you can find out more about pricing and availability. I will say there's currently about a 4 to 6 week wait unless you go for a rush option. So just be patient if that's the case. If you feel moved to click the donate button, you can do that as well. I do sort of operate with viewer support, so thank you if you do that. Otherwise, a great way to keep in touch is to sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already. And I'm also on most of the major social networks like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Finally, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you each month. I hope you know these are always a little bit more than just a reading. I try to channel some great advice that's going to help you, not just this month, but the rest of the year. Okay? Cherish yourselves, celebrate your accomplishments, and thanks again for the time that you spent with me. Bye-bye.